Most people think muscle is built in the gym, but that's not the full truth. Muscle isn't built when you lift, it's built when you sleep. And if you're over 40, or especially over 60, there's something you need to hear. Every night you go to bed without this specific fuel, you may be losing muscle even if you work out. This isn't hype. It's biology, and the fix is surprisingly simple. Most people associate muscle growth with intense workouts, heavy weights, and resistance training. While those are essential for stimulating muscle development, they're only part of the equation. The actual building of muscle happens after the workout ends, primarily during sleep. This is when the body initiates its most powerful recovery and regeneration processes. Sleep isn't just a rest period. It's a biologically active phase when the body works behind the scenes to repair, rebuild, and grow stronger. And if you're not supporting this window with the right nutrients, you could be silently sabotaging your progress, even if you're working hard in the gym. During deep sleep, the body releases pulses of growth hormone, which is a key driver for tissue repair, fat metabolism, and muscle protein synthesis. This hormonal activity provides a unique opportunity to reinforce muscular strength and prevent muscle loss. However, to take advantage of this, your body needs a steady supply of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. If these are not available in the bloodstream while you sleep, the body begins pulling them from existing muscle tissue. This results in muscle breakdown, which is exactly the opposite of what most people want, especially those over 40 who are already experiencing age-related declines in muscle mass. This process of muscle breakdown during sleep is more pronounced in older adults. After age 40, the body begins to lose muscle at a slow but steady rate, a condition known as sarcopenia. Without intentional steps to protect and rebuild muscle tissue, this natural decline can accelerate over time, leading to reduced strength, lower metabolism, poor posture, increased risk of injury, and a diminished quality of life. While exercise helps combat this, it's not enough on its own. You must also consider what the body is doing and what it needs during its nightly repair phase. When we sleep, our bodies enter a fasting state. Without food for several hours, blood amino acid levels drop. This puts the body in a catabolic state, which means it starts breaking down tissue for energy and repair, often from muscle. If you're not providing the body with a slow, releasing protein source before bed, you're essentially leaving it without tools to do its job. That's why the hours you sleep can become hours of unintentional muscle loss if you're not careful. The key is to understand that sleep is not just a passive state, but a time of intense cellular activity. Your muscles are incredibly metabolically active, and their recovery is not automatic. It's conditional on what resources are available. Ensuring that your body is well nourished before bed can mean the difference between waking up stronger or waking up slightly weaker, especially over time. Even small nightly losses in muscle mass add up and can lead to long-term physical decline. But the good news is that this entire issue is preventable. With the right habits, you can turn sleep into a weapon for muscle maintenance and longevity. What you consume in the hour before bedtime is not just a snack, it's a strategic decision with real consequences for your body's ability to stay strong, lean, and resilient. As we age, the body undergoes several physiological changes that are often subtle but profoundly impactful. One of the most critical of these changes is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength, a condition known as sarcopenia. This process typically begins around the age of 40 and accelerates with each passing decade. For most people, it goes unnoticed until it begins affecting daily activities. Climbing stairs becomes harder, lifting objects feels more taxing, and general energy levels begin to decline. What's even more concerning is that this muscle loss doesn't just happen during periods of inactivity. It can also occur quietly during sleep. Muscle catabolism, or muscle breakdown, is a natural part of the body's repair cycle, but without the right conditions, the body can end up breaking down more tissue than it rebuilds. During the nighttime fast, which occurs when we sleep and are not consuming any nutrients, the body searches for amino acids to carry out repair functions and maintain metabolic activity. If those amino acids aren't circulating in the bloodstream, the body turns to internal reserves, primarily muscle tissue, to meet its needs. This is especially problematic in older adults who already have a reduced ability to synthesize new muscle protein efficiently. Another layer to this issue is hormonal. As we age, key anabolic hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin, like growth factor 1 IGF-1, all naturally decline. These hormones are essential for muscle maintenance and regeneration. With lower levels of these critical hormones, the body's ability to build and preserve muscle during rest is significantly diminished. This makes the muscle loss that happens during sleep even more detrimental because the repair mechanisms are already operating at a slower pace. Without intervention, the balance between muscle building and muscle breakdown tips in the wrong direction, leading to a net loss over time. This quiet, overnight loss of muscle is not just a cosmetic issue, it's a major health risk. Muscle mass is strongly correlated with mobility, balance, metabolic rate, and even immune function. Individuals with low muscle mass are at greater risk for falls, fractures, chronic disease, and hospitalizations. That's why addressing muscle loss is not just about aesthetics or athletic performance. It's about long-term vitality and independence. The real danger is that this process is invisible. You won't feel muscle disappearing overnight. You won't wake up sore or weak, but slowly, month by month and year by year, the effects accumulate. What once felt like natural aging is often the result of small, preventable losses that happen every night. Fortunately, these losses can be minimized and in many cases reversed with strategic nighttime nutrition and proper strength training. It begins with awareness. Once you understand that sleep is a vulnerable window for muscle loss, you can begin to protect it with informed choices. Choosing the right nutrition before bed isn't just a supplement to your fitness routine. It's a core part of preserving your strength, function, and quality of life as you age. Recognizing and addressing nocturnal muscle loss is one of the most important steps you can take toward healthy aging. Among the most effective yet often overlooked strategies to prevent muscle loss during sleep is the use of casein protein. Unlike other types of protein, casein has a unique digestive profile that makes it ideal for nighttime muscle support. When consumed, casein forms a gel-like substance in the stomach, which allows it to release amino acids slowly and steadily over the course of several hours. This extended release makes it perfectly suited for periods of fasting, such as the 7 to 9 hours we typically spend sleeping. During this time, the body is not taking in any nutrients, so having a slowed, digesting protein available in the bloodstream helps to prevent the body from entering a catabolic state where muscle tissue is broken down. The science behind casein's effectiveness is solid. Numerous studies have shown that consuming casein protein before bed can significantly enhance overnight muscle protein synthesis. While whey protein is excellent for post-workout recovery due to its rapid absorption, it doesn't offer sustained amino acid delivery throughout the night. Casein, on the other hand, provides a slow and consistent stream of essential amino acids, particularly leucine, which is known for triggering the muscle building process. This means the body has access to the materials it needs to maintain and repair muscle tissue long after you've fallen asleep. This steady release of amino acids is especially critical for older adults, As we age, the body becomes less efficient at synthesizing new muscle proteins, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. To counteract this, it becomes even more important to maintain a consistent supply of protein, especially during the long fasting window of sleep. Casein essentially works as a time-release nutrient, bridging the gap between your evening meal and breakfast, when the body would otherwise be operating without fuel. This is particularly important in the fight against sarcopenia, which gradually reduces muscle mass and strength over time. Another major benefit of casein is its ability to help with satiety and blood sugar regulation during sleep. Unlike ingesting carbohydrates or light snacks, which can spike and then crash your blood sugar levels, casein offers a slow and stable nutrient profile. This can contribute to more restful sleep and better hormonal balance, both of which are essential for muscle preservation and overall recovery. It also reduces the chances of nighttime hunger, which might otherwise lead to poor food choices or disrupted sleep. In practical terms, incorporating casein into your nightly routine is simple and effective. A scoop of micellar casein protein mixed with water or almond milk 30 to 60 minutes before bed can make a significant difference over time. It's a small habit with a powerful impact, especially when combined with resistance training and other age-conscious health practices. What makes casein particularly appealing is that it doesn't just work for athletes. It's beneficial for anyone who wants to maintain strength, muscle mass, and vitality as they age. By nourishing your body with the right protein before bed, you're essentially giving it the raw materials to heal, grow, and protect itself while you rest. This small, intentional act transforms your nighttime hours into a powerful window of recovery and resilience, helping you wake up stronger and more capable with each passing day. Magnesium and zinc are two essential minerals that play powerful roles in the body's ability to recover, build muscle, and regulate deep sleep. While they are often overlooked in conversations about strength and performance, their influence becomes even more critical as we age. These nutrients don't just support general health, they actively enhance the systems that prevent muscle loss during sleep, making them valuable tools in any nighttime recovery strategy. When paired with a slow-digesting protein like casein, they form a synergistic trio that maximizes the body's ability to repair and preserve muscle tissue overnight. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are related to muscle function, nerve health, and hormonal balance. One of its key benefits is its role in promoting relaxation and initiating the body's parasympathetic nervous system response, often referred to as the rest and digest state. This relaxation response is essential for initiating deep sleep, particularly the stages of sleep where the majority of physical repair takes place. During this phase, the body releases growth hormone, regenerates muscle tissue, and consolidates memory, all vital functions that rely on a calm and deeply restful sleep cycle. Without adequate magnesium, sleep can become shallow or disrupted, limiting the body's ability to engage in this critical repair work. Zinc, on the other hand, plays a central role in hormone production, particularly testosterone and growth hormone, two of the most important anabolic hormones responsible for muscle maintenance and strength. Zinc also supports immune function, cellular repair, and protein synthesis. For aging adults whose levels of anabolic hormones naturally decline over time, zinc becomes especially important. By helping to maintain optimal hormone levels, zinc provides a metabolic environment that favors muscle preservation rather than breakdown. Inadequate zinc levels have been associated with reduced testosterone production, slower healing, and impaired muscle recovery, all of which make it harder to retain muscle mass as you sleep. What makes magnesium and zinc especially powerful is how they complement each other. Magnesium helps the body relax and transition into deep, restorative sleep, while zinc ensures the hormonal and cellular environment supports muscle regeneration. Together, they enhance both the quality of sleep and the biological conditions necessary for muscle repair. They also help reduce nighttime stress and cortisol levels, which, when elevated, can interfere with sleep and even contribute to muscle breakdown. Stress hormones like cortisol are catabolic in nature, meaning they can trigger the breakdown of muscle tissue. Reducing this stress response during sleep helps protect muscle and supports the overall recovery process. Supplementing with magnesium glycinate and zinc picolinate before bed is a practical and well-tolerated way to support this process. These forms are highly bioavailable and gentle on the stomach. When taken alongside casein protein, they create an ideal environment for muscle recovery, steady amino acid availability, deep restorative sleep, and a supportive hormonal profile. This combination allows the body to use the overnight fasting window as a time for building rather than breaking down. It's not just about avoiding muscle loss. It's about creating a system where every night becomes an opportunity to heal, grow, and strengthen. By paying attention to these key micronutrients, you not only enhance your sleep, but also safeguard your strength, energy, and independence as you age.